Mic check. 1, 2. On the ones and twos. Oh, God. I was listening back to the last few podcasts with this microphone, and it just, the levels sound off. It still sounds like the levels are off right now. Welcome back to the Chandie Speaks podcast. I'm recording this from my van, per usual. So yeah, I've been having trouble with the sound quality on these things, on this microphone. So I'm trying to maybe like speak louder. I don't know. So this might be a little too loud. I'm like literally up on the mic. You see? Well, you can't see, but if you're seeing, you can, like, I have this little guard here that's over the mic, but I'm basically up here on the mic right here. And the headphones, these are better headphones than the other ones. They're amplifying the sound. I'm like yelling in my own ear to myself. Anyway, by the way, this is my van. Here we are. This is the show. I have my portable battery. I also saw that like the video, the audio, it's gotten like better than, just recording from my phone. I'm still trying to get adjusted. Now the video is like the video version of this podcast, I couldn't really see it that well. So I have my battery light on right now, but it's at 1% battery. I'm running on E again, y'all. Like I had like 30% battery, but I wanted to get started on this podcast first thing in the morning. That was like my one to-do list. Today's Tuesday. What fucking day is it? It's Tuesday the 7th, October 7th, 2025, and I upload these on Wednesdays. But for like the last couple Wednesdays, it's been kind of a struggle because there's no signal anywhere in Sedona. I can't get signal anywhere. So it takes like literally hours and hours to upload like a 30-second clip, days to upload like a 30, anything longer than 30 minutes, and I have to like sit on Wi-Fi. So right now, like I'm sitting at the public library right now, because that was my main motivation this morning. First thing, go and record the podcast and then use this beautiful Wi-Fi to upload it and then just schedule them to be premiered tomorrow, first thing tomorrow morning. So I'm not like, last couple of weeks, it's just been kind of just a big struggle. Last few weeks, this is like the third week in a row where I'm like, all right, I'm not going to be, it's so hard to get signal out here. So I have AT&T. Who knew? We're in the middle of the fucking mountains, but like, I have AT&T, and I guess this is kind of big news since last week. This time, probably next week, maybe in 2 more weeks, I'll be officially switched over to Verizon, because Verizon apparently is the carrier, the service provider for Sedona, beautiful Sedona, Arizona. Damn, this microphone sounds good as hell, but like, damn, I don't know how to talk. Like, so I'm switching to Verizon. So I have a new iPhone 39 or whatever the fuck it is coming in the mail, in a few weeks. So theoretically soon I won't be having this problem. Like I thought about getting like a hotspot. I'm using my phone right now as a mobile hotspot, which helps, I guess, but it'd be nice to like not need to just get signal. Like I'm like in well-populated areas and I have like 1 bar and it's crazy. I can't do shit, can't upload these. I'm a content creator. Like most of my life is online. So I have to at least have some kind of connection. I feel so lost without it. It's just weird. So yeah, right now I have 1% battery to sort of give the lighting illusion for this visual version of the podcast. But when it dies, it dies. It doesn't matter. It's daytime right now. It's like 9:30 in the morning. Okay. What do I want to talk about this week? Hold on. Let me get some water. So yeah, that's the plan. Is once I'm done recording this, I'll just go ahead and edit and upload this podcast and just get it ready to premiere tomorrow, so y'all don't have to wait. Not that anyone's really waiting, but it's just me. It's It's a personal integrity thing. You know what I'm saying? I've been missing Georgia a lot. I've been saying that like every every podcast, the last like few podcasts, I've noticed that I've been saying that I've been missing Georgia a lot. And I'm kind of narrowing down, I think, in the last few weeks or so, like just little parts of it that I miss. I miss all the black people. Can I just keep it real? Um for everyone who's been following my podcast and following my YouTube channel, and y'all know that I'm not down with the program. I don't identify as a black person. I identify as a melanated person. However, I do feel like there's a little less community, a feeling of community. Not that I really had like a community per se. I've never actually used that word to describe other black people, myself and other black people, like, oh, a community. Because, like, I'm just myself, you know? But now that I'm, like, the token black person, let's just keep it real. I'm in Sedona, Arizona, okay? Let's just keep it real. I'm struggling to find another black person, let alone, like, you know, someone who's just, like, half melanated. I don't know. Like, it's never been an issue for me until just I guess recently, like you know, I've always kind of been like, I grew up in Skokie, Illinois. If y'all know about Skokie, Illinois, it's predominantly non-melanated, let's just say that. So I'm used to being the token black girl. I'm used to that all my life, story of my life. But it's just like been hitting different lately, I guess, this time around, and I don't know, I'm trying to figure out, maybe y'all can help me walk myself through it right now. I know one thing that triggered me kind of, and not that it even happens that much, but like, for example, when people ask about my hair, like when people ask to touch my hair, or like, how do I take care of my hair? And I used to be completely like flattered by that, like, oh cool, I get to like teach this person about black people's hair. And now I'm like, dude, Google it. Like, do you really care? Leave me alone, respectfully. I'm not here to teach all the non-melanated people about melanated people's hair. I'm not here to educate you guys. And so that's kind of, I remember that slightly triggered me, slightly. I can even hear it in my voice right now. I'm feeling a little like, it's touchy talking about race. It's really kind of a touchy topic for people. But I'm just trying to get it out, because I know I haven't gotten it out. Just like this feeling of, whew, now it's out. This feeling of like, man, I just want to be around a group of people who are used to being around people who look like me. That's all. And when people ask me about my hair, it's like, it's less like, oh, I want to learn about you, and more like, you're like an alien to me. That's how I take it. And in 2025 in America, like you need to have a friend of every race at this point. Like, come on, and every sexual or like whatever, every demographic. You like, and if you're clueless, there's also the internet. You can also look that stuff up, because it's not my responsibility. I don't want people fucking touching my hair. Imagine if I let everybody touch my hair, or if I answered every fucking question all the time. And it's weird. It's not my job, okay? It's not my job. It'd be different if I was working in like a hair salon, okay? Or a ask a black person store. Then by all means, ask me the same fucking questions over and over again. But I'm just trying to live my life. And and I was like, man, I don't remember ever having this problem in Georgia, and I remember longing for it. I actually had a good cry about it a few days ago. I had a really good cry about just missing that feeling of like, yeah, I'm just a human being, bro. Yeah, man, I think I wrote that down in my notes. Georgia. miss Georgia. I miss Georgia so much. And the crazy thing is like, and I know I said this before, it's like, they say absence make the heart grows fonder. And I've said the grass is greener where you water it. So what do I look like? Like, I drove 2,000 miles to be here. Okay. I can't just turn around now just because I miss it. Because then when I get there, I'll be like, oh, damn, I miss Sedona. So I have to just make it fucking work here. I have to just adapt and push through and then just be who I need to be. But I'm not looking forward to, or I'm not anticipating or to be like, to give like a little song and dance about a black person's life here. Like, I'm not gonna kiss anyone's ass, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry if you haven't been around enough black people to know that, just because I talk like this doesn't mean whatever. I don't stereotypes, they're harmful, but at the same time, like, I get it. It's sort of a you problem though. It like figure that shit out. You know what I'm saying? Ugh. We're 12 minutes in. We're already talking about race. That's not even the hard. I know I wanted to get into something else this week too, but that's. Good morning. Good morning. And my vape just died. So, I gotta go into the library to charge all my devices, or I gotta start my car to charge some devices. So maybe I can use this 1% battery to slightly charge my vape. Hold on. All right, yeah, it's slightly charging right now because I've been kind of going through it emotionally this week. I almost died last night. Hold on, let me talk about that real quick. Not really died. It just felt like, yeah, it kind of felt like I was gonna die. I was running around all day. What was yesterday? Yesterday was Monday. So it was my first day off since, last week. Monday's like my first day off for the week. So I was running around. I fucking went all the way up to Cottonwood, Cotton Hood, if you know, you know. And, I was just running around doing errands. And then when I walked my dog, we walked around these fucking mountains and shit, flew my drone. When I finally got back to my spot for the night, I realized that I hadn't even drank that much water, if any at all. I think I drank like maybe a few sips of water for the whole day. And I think, I went and got lunch at the Safeway and got like a green machine. So, that was like, vitamins and fruits and vegetables and shit, but it wasn't water. So yeah, I drank that whole bottle and didn't drink any water. And by the end of the night, I felt like shit, like literally like I was gonna die. Like my stomach was hurting, my head was fucking pounding. I threw up. I didn't even drink yesterday. I hadn't drank so far. I haven't drank in 3 days. Woohoo. Yes, I'm counting. I have a problem. But I didn't drink anything yesterday. I was just running around, smoking a lot of weed, so that was also part of the dehydration. Walked my dog even, and was just out in the fucking sun. It's cooling off, but, still. And I threw up. I had like a crazy migraine, like a dehydration migraine, and my head, I felt like I was gonna fucking die. Like, I was like sweating, fucking like, and I don't know. When you get my age, you sort of know, like, depending on how often you've vomited in your life, you kind of know like a few minutes in advance, like your body's just sort of preparing itself to start vomiting. Like for me, I'll start feeling like a little tingling in my hands. I'll be like, huh. And then I'll start salivating. Like I'll start like something in my mouth will just like feel like I'm going to, like I'll feel it in the back of my throat. Like I feel a little tingle in my hands and I'll feel like a little feeling in the back of my throat. And then it's just like something's telling me like, okay, get up and go get yourself ready to puke. And I did. And I'm so good at sensing that. Like I'm like leaning out of my car. This was like at like 8 o'clock at night or something. I was leaning out of my car and I was like waiting for it. It's like the pull-out game, but for vomiting. Like if your pull-out game is good, you'll pull out well in advance before you actually fucking come. You know what I mean? Before you pull the trigger is what I call it. So yeah, I'm like leaning over my car, just kind of waiting for myself. I'm like, I know my body needs to throw up, and sure enough, I did it. Head pounding, and then I went back to sleep and drank a whole bunch of fucking water. I actually bought a couple more jugs of fresh water, so now I got 4 gallons of water in here. Dehydration, shit is real. As far as the emotional, speaking of dehydration, let me go ahead and dehydrate myself right now with the old 𝘗𝙗𝙗. Stopped at the dispo yesterday. It's nice being around a dispo, but it's also been kind of destructive. I'm like, I gotta take a little tolerance break here soon, because y'all remember I used to roll up pre-roll. I used to roll up joints all the fucking time. I'd smoke 2 joints in the morning, I'd smoke 2 joints at night type shit. And look at me now. Now I'm on 𝘗𝙗𝙗. And this week I almost thought about like, maybe I should get 2 cartridges. And I'm like, nope. It's time to slow it down a little bit. Get back to that elementary school high. Really, it just takes a few days. When I stop smoking weed for like 3 days, I'm like back. I'm like giggly, paranoid, all the things that come with like the first time. But cheers. Here we go. I forgot what flavor this was. I think it's sativa leaning. Ooh, that was smooth, baby. That was smooth. That was nice. Real talk, this episode just might be called the trigger warning episode, because, we already kicked it off with racism and just how, that shit. Now, I want to talk about Charlie Kirk. Real talk, I am still mourning Charlie fucking Kirk. God rest his soul. I'm still mourning him. I realized it actually in the last podcast. Ooh, I can feel it in my throat right now. I'm going to try not to cry. Hopefully my vape pen charges up soon. But I realized it in the last podcast, which was the 3-week anniversary. What day is it? So today is the 7th of October. Tomorrow will be 4 weeks. I'm still mourning this man. And I think that's another reason why, partially why I miss Georgia. Not that everyone was like, knew who the fuck Charlie Kirk was out there, but I know for damn sure more people knew and knew about him and agreed with him and respected the man more so out there than they do out here where I am in Sedona, Arizona. I know for damn sure. Sedona is more like, I would actually put Arizona into like a like burgundy. Like they're kind of blue. No, they're what's more blue? Like, would it be indigo? I don't know. Like they got some red undertones, but it's really like kind of blue out here. And really, ever since this Charlie Kirk shit, I'm not even trying to identify with the red side either anymore. I was heavily conservative. I'm still more so conservative than not. But it's kind of fucked up for me. I think, that's part of the reason why I miss Georgia, because I can't even really grieve about the man here, because everyone here is like sort of stuck on whatever internet narrative that they're given from whatever, like everyone is repeating the same bullshit and no one actually, and this is in real time. I'm not actually talking about anything that I'm seeing online. I'm talking about here in the real world. Real people are literally repeating things that they are seeing, and they're not actually speaking from any kind of like knowledge. Like, no one around me who's talking about Charlie Kirk has actually followed him and respected him and watched hours of his content and his debates like I have, and like many other fucking people have, more so in Georgia. You know, I can actually have a conversation about Charlie Kirk pre-assassination in Georgia with someone, and people will know who he is out there. They're actually watching his stuff. And now, post-assassination, being out here in Arizona, I'm seeing that more people don't know about Charlie Kirk out here, and they're sort of masquerading, or they're just acting like they do, because that's what everyone's doing. And it's kind of bullshit. And it's kind of woken me up to, man, all of you guys are fucking sheep. All of you guys just do what you're told and repeat what they tell you to fucking repeat. And you don't have any kind of individual thought of your own. I wrote notes. I'm slightly going to go off, but what did I fucking write? Yeah, basically, it's been hard to grieve about Charlie Kirk because I'm not surrounded by really authentic people. It's not even a matter of like if you like the guy or not. I can understand if you guys actually knew about the guy before he was assassinated and you just didn't like him. But the amount of people who are coming out and saying that they didn't like him and they've never even heard of him pre-assassination, you're not real to me. You're not a real person. Have your own fucking thought. Why don't you do some of your own research? I literally bawled out of my mind here in my car, in my van, by myself the other day when the 3-week anniversary passed and I realized that I still hadn't really fully unpacked it with another person in real time. I have a friend who I respect, and she's attempted to talk about it with me, but she's repeating the same rhetoric. She's repeating the same bullshit respectfully, like, I don't want to talk to you if you're just if you can't have your own thoughts. What did I write about it? Mourning Charlie Kirk still. And feeling the pain when Candace speaks about him. Straight up, all of you guys know I love me some Candace Owens. Let that just be known fucking now, okay? Before everyone jumps on the bandwagon, which I'm seeing, and I respect it because she deserves it. I've literally listened and watched hours, days worth of fucking podcasts and content from Candace Owens, and I followed her entire career. Okay, just let that be known. I've always loved Candace Owens. Mostly, she can do no wrong. Mostly. And this past few weeks, I've been feeling her fucking pain because it seems like she is the only fucking person out here who's legitimately trying to figure this shit out. I don't know what kind of the ways, I don't know how she's grieving outside of this investigation, so I don't know like her full mental state. I'm not gonna say she's like, full on off the hook. I do have to accept that she is a human being and that she did lose a fucking close friend. Okay? So I don't know her mental state and how she's grieving outside of this investigation. I just know that I can feel her fucking pain whenever she talks about it. And it's kind of a damn shame. It's really kind of a damn shame that she's the only one. That's not even his wife. Peep this shit. Okay? Looking at just the behaviors of his wife from then, I don't give a fuck. Fuck a Erica Kirk. Respectfully, Charlie Kirk, God rest your soul. I don't know either one of you. Okay? This is all a movie to me. Okay? This is all a show. And according to the show, from my perception, from the way I'm seeing it, Erica Kirk was planted on fucking Charlie from day one. Okay? Let's just do the math on it. She knew Donald Trump before she even met Charlie Kirk. She was born into like the political like life I believe that she was fucking planted on Charlie Kirk from the very beginning. Turning Point USA was supposed to be led by Miss Erica Kirk one way or a fucking another, with whatever political agenda that they have, one way or a fucking another, if Charlie Kirk wouldn't get in line, which from what I'm understanding, he was basically stepping out of line. He was actually waking up to the bullshit that's been happening. Oh God, with Israel. Please, I'm going to get canceled, and I'm sorry. Respectfully, God, please bless this conversation. I'm just trying to get it off my chest. This is just me being a truth seeker. Y'all want to call it conspiracy theorists. I call it being a truth seeker, okay? I'm not given the answers, so I have to go and use critical thinking and find the answers. And there's certain people who they just rubbing me the wrong fucking way. And I know that there's something bigger than that. Yeah, I know there's something bigger than this, because it just feels right. It just fucking feels right. The man was a virgin. Y'all know this? I remember, I'm pretty fucking sure, I'm 99.9% fucking sure. The man had one sexual partner in his whole fucking life. The man was a virgin when he met Miss Erica Kirk. Was she a virgin? I highly doubt it. Look at not just look at her, but just look at her whole history. She's hanging out with people like Donald Trump. She fits the profile of the type of women that he would normally go for. I'm not saying, but I'm just fucking saying. Charlie Kirk was a virgin before he married and made children with Erica Kirk. That's all I'm saying. It's just it's giving I was planted. It's giving very like the CIA or FBI, whoever the fucking has like the backup bitches where they plant on famous men or men who have a lot to fucking lose, like your Kanye Wests and your Charlie Kirks and your Kobe Bryants or your fucking Ludacris. Like, who else? A lot of men in the famous and celebrity world get planted non-melanated blonde women. I don't think it's a fucking coincidence, okay? I don't think it's a fucking coincidence. He lost his virginity. He gave his life to Jesus. He gave his life to her. And then somehow he got assassinated. I don't believe that it was Tyler. We all know that it wasn't Tyler. By this point, from all the videos that I've been seeing, this was most definitely an inside job. Most definitely an inside job. And it's kind of sick to see. It's kind of sick to see. I'm going to say it. I'm just going to fucking say it. I don't vote. But this past election, y'all all know who I was rooting for, okay? It wasn't Kamala. I was rooting for Trump, and I was loud and proud about it, okay? Make America great again. I really do believe that we can make America great again. I'm not a part of any fucking group, any brainwashing group. That's just what I believe. I believe we can make America great again. Still, to this day. However, I believe, based off of the show, what they're showing us, I believe that Donald Trump definitely had a fucking part to play in Charlie Kirk's assassination. Most definitely. Him with Miss Erica Kirk. And let's not forget the Prime Minister of Israel. I don't even know how to fucking say his name. But you know who you are. Y'all, like, whatever. This has obviously been talked about and over-talked about over and over again, but I haven't had a chance to talk about it. Not like this. Okay, so we got all the facts. These are all my suspicions out. My suspicions are that Donald Trump and Erica Kirk and some part of Israel government got together, saw that Charlie Kirk was doing something nice, saw this man who was of God, and planted this woman on this man. God rest his soul. It's a damn shame. He started to change the way, change his views a little bit. So they were like, well, he's influencing millions of young voters. So we need to get him out of here. If we're going to influence millions of voters, we need to influence him this way or that way. So now pull the trigger. Now we're going to do it. I think the fucking explosion or the detonate, I think it was planted on him before. It had nothing to do with anyone shooting him from however fucking feet away. I believe it was fucking literally, it came from within him. Like, it was gonna happen even in an empty fucking room because someone had to press the fucking button. That's all they had to do. And it's really fucking sad. And I'm basically praying for the youth now. I'm on the bright side. I like we got more people who are paying attention to this. It doesn't matter if you vote, really. It doesn't matter if you vote. In my eyes, it doesn't matter if you vote left or right. What matters is if you know how to think for your fucking self. Just think for yourself. Just open your eyes and get off the internet. Really, just get off the internet. I was listening to a different podcast. I'm going to do a quick story about it. A summarization, not to coattail off of this guy's podcast, but he was telling a story about how he used to listen to a radio back in the day. He's like in his 40s or 50s or something like that. Back in like the 70s or 60s, back when they didn't have TV, they used to listen to the radio. And there was like this movie, I forgot what the fucking name of the movie is. I'm a terrible storyteller right now, but there was a movie that they were broadcasting over the radio as if it were real. They didn't tell anyone that it was fictional, and no one really had any sort of point of reference. Like, you couldn't they just listened to the radio. Whatever the radio said, that's what they believed. So they were broadcasting this horror movie as if it were real, and people were literally freaking the fuck out. Instead of just going outside, they were saying that, all kinds of stuff were happening. People actually committed suicide from that broadcasting. People were actually killing themselves because they thought the world was coming to an end, because that's what the radio told them, and they didn't actually look outside. This was back in the 70s or 60s or something like that. I forgot the name of the movie. Obviously, I'm not a great storyteller, but that's basically how it kind of feels like right now. It's like, even with all the advancement in technology and everything, we are still in our own bubble and basically just being fed what to believe, what to think, and how to perceive the world and how to treat people and all this other shit. And I'm chilling. Real talk, I am just chilling. It's a goddamn shame that so much terrible shit is happening in the fucking world, but I know how to live in real time, okay? I know how to get off the fucking internet and just live in real time. Go talk to someone in real time. And I'm the silver lining of this whole Charlie Kirk assassination, at least from how I've been seeing it in the last 4 weeks, more and more people have been able to stop and think for themselves. At least that's how it's seeming like. More people have been able to not choose either side or investigate the other side more thoroughly to come up with their own conclusions. That's all. What else did I say about this? I feel for Candace. Whatever she believes about Erica, I believe. Basically, whatever Candace has to say about Erica, I believe it. That's basically it. And it's also kind of weird too. Comedians and like podcasters are coming out as like our new kind of like news source, where they don't really have a leg in the race, but they're just speaking from their own perspective, as far as comedians go. Candace does a lot of homework, and that's why I really fucking love her. She does homework, and whatever she believes about Erica, I believe. Candace is showing more grief than his own wife. And I truly believe that. And you can hear it in her voice. My heart goes out to Candace. My heart goes out to the youth, and yeah, it's just, poor Charlie. I'm glad I was able to get that out though, because I haven't been able to talk about it, and this has been kind of therapeutic. I did make a different recording for myself where I was actually crying. Hold on, let me get us some water. I can go on a little bit more, really, it's not just, I've never actually, I'm gonna keep it real. I've never actually said fuck Trump from the bottom pits of my heart the way I'm saying it right now. And if it took an assassination of a 31-year-old man of God that no one knew about relatively, then fucking so be it. Really. I didn't even care for Donald Trump before he was a president. I didn't care for him any time during his entire presidency the first time. But I do know that I've never said fuck Trump because of things that he did. And I guess it has something to do with the fact that I didn't feel like I was affected by it. Who, in my head, it was like, who gives a fuck if he fucking did this, that, and the other with whoever at what age or on what island. Let's just keep it like that. But this I felt was personal. And I truly am, like, I truly am seeing a villain for the first time. I know. Everyone who was on the fuck Trump train, like, settle the fuck down, okay? I'm not on the fuck Trump train in y'all's way. I'm on the fuck Trump train in this way. It applies to me. It actually legitimately affected me, and I believe our youth and the future of our nation, the future of our great beautiful nation. So yeah, for first time ever, I'm like, wow, I'm literally seeing the villain here. And if I can be fair, if I can be totally fair, I don't even believe that he's the true villain. I believe the true villain, we can't even fucking say it anymore. It's crazy. Free speech is crazy. I think the true villain is Israel. And Donald Trump, Joe Biden, all of the presidents here, we've just been puppets. We're really the United States of Israel, okay? So, yeah, all of them are evil. However, there is a bigger evil. There is a bigger evil. And, yeah. If you're evil, really. So, yeah. I think it was personal. I think a decent human being would have recognized the importance and the value of keeping a man like Charlie Kirk alive. And if you had that power to keep him alive and you didn't, then you're evil. Those are my legitimate tears that I'm putting on this podcast. and let's just move on. I've been feeling really claustrophobic lately in my van, which is weird because that's something that's I've never felt either. You'd think that feeling of claustrophobia would have always been there, given that I live in a fucking box on wheels. Not a fucking, I love my van, I'm just saying. But it's been happening like maybe once or twice a week in the middle of the night. Like when I'm parked at my camping area that is a little further away from my job, but it's literally pitch black out there at like 10 o'clock at night. There's nothing but the moon as the light, if the moon's out, or the stars, and it's all pitch black. And all you hear and see around me is just the sound of night or nothing. And maybe in the distance, a pack of coyotes or something like that. And I'll just wake up at like in a I don't know, like I'm feeling like the walls are closing in on me, like a panic almost. At like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. One time it was like 1 o'clock in the morning. No, it was like 12 o'clock at night. And yeah, and I felt like a panic, like I'm losing my breath, like I'm in the smallest space ever, like the walls are closing in. And I tried to start my car to like get some movement going, and it didn't feel right. I tried to turn on lights, try to sleep with lights on, like maybe I need a night light, maybe I'm afraid of the dark or something. But what I've been doing is just starting my car in the middle of the fucking night and then just driving back up to the village, back up to like a well-lit, well-populated bar or something that's still open, and just sleeping with the noise around me. So that's been feeling weird. I don't know if that has something to do. I don't know. I'm thinking maybe it has something to do with just me needing to be around like people in general, Like, I spend so much time by myself that sometimes, like, my days get away from me, and then next thing you know, like, yeah, I'll look up and I haven't talked to anybody, or I haven't heard the voice of anyone else but myself. Maybe that has something to do with it. I don't know where it's coming from. But yeah, it's been happening like a couple nights a week, like 3 times I can count so far, where I went somewhere to park for the night. And it's like pitch black and darkness and nothingness, and then I'll have to relocate. I'll have to go to a more lit or more like a louder area, you know. I don't know what that's about. I haven't, I guess I'm, you know, maybe it's because I haven't slept in areas like that in such a long time, and I'm just trying to reacclimate myself, because yeah, being able to sleep when there's sirens and horns and people and shit around, that's like a city person thing. It's like, if you grew up in the city, you know how to sleep through a fucking fire, okay? You know how to sleep through ambulances and everything. And Sedona's not even really a city, but they have a big nightlife scene out here. So a lot of people come out at night, and bars don't close until like 2 a.m. So, and by 2 a.m, I'm like usually passed out. So yeah, if I'm sleeping around there, so I'll sleep right through it. So I don't know, maybe that has something to do with it. What did I write? Feeling claustrophobic in the middle of the night at the dispersed camping area and have to relocate to a populated, well-lit area. It happened twice already in a week. Yeah, so I don't know what that's about. Maybe some trauma. I'll check back in on that a couple weeks. Like, we'll see how that comes out. Let me see what else I wrote. Where are we? We're at 44 minutes. Not too bad. Not too bad. I'm going to say one more thing about Mr. Donald Trump. Do I want to say something about Donald Trump right now? It's less about Mr. Donald Trump and more about my ex-husband. And I don't know why now I have to talk about it, because I thought about it as I was reading my notes, and about Charlie Kirk, and about how I've never said fuck Trump until right now, and I've never actually meant it from the bottom of my heart. I've never said it really until just this past few weeks. I'm like, wow, fuck Trump. Like, the sound of his voice used to be like like, I don't know, entertaining. Let's just say that. It used to be very entertaining for me. But now the sound of his voice, it creeps me out. It gives me the ick. And I don't even listen to him. I used to be able to listen to Donald Trump for entertainment purposes. Now it's just very disheartening. Like I said, he's an evil man. But one last thing about Mr. Donald Trump is, like, my ex-husband was, should I put his business out there like that? I don't give a fuck. My ex-husband voted for Donald Trump. And he was out about it. He was very out about it. And that wouldn't have been such a big deal for, I guess, him and his character, because as long as I've known my ex-husband, all of the time that I've ever known him, he has never been political. He's been sort of how I'm saying I am right now, like, but more centered. He's been always centered, and great debater, very politically aware, and, knows his stuff, and was always against voting. But this last, I don't talk to him anymore, but just so happened to, before I went no contact with my ex-husband for the final time, it was right before the election, he told me that not only is he registered, but he went ahead and voted for Donald Trump. And I remember being so proud of him, not because he voted for Donald Trump, but because he's voting in general, because he didn't vote. The last person he voted for was Obama. Okay? I think that's the last person all of us legitimately voted for. Let's be real. So yeah. And that, the crazy part is like, now that obviously he's an evil person, to me, from my perception, from my storyline, it makes me think that, well, he's always been evil. And if he's always been evil, that means that he's always been a part of the system to brainwash people. And if that's always been true, then whatever my ex-husband was saying about him is invalid, or for lack of better words, he fell for the brainwashing. My ex-husband was a fan of Charlie Kirk. Wasn't the best fan. He wasn't like a fan. He liked Charlie Kirk, but yeah, not as much as me. So it's weird to see now, just knowing that I know someone personally who's close to me. I'm saying all that just because I know someone personally who has never voted ever in their life except for this past election for Donald Trump. And now that shit's actually coming out. And it's weird for me to see other people online, not in real time because I don't know these people, but online, seeing all these people who are pro like Trump, who voted for Trump, but also are like upset about the Charlie Kirk assassination. It's kind of, I think they're more upset that they lost a conservative speaker for them, but they're more happy that they got now more conservative registered Republican voters. But at the same time, it's like I don't think you can like both. I think you either stand for truth, like you stand with God, you stand on the side of fucking truth, or you fucking you don't, or you're standing on the other fucking side. Okay? So, yeah. Charlie Kirk represented the truth to me and to a lot of people. And so does Candace Owens. So yeah, I don't see how you can like Donald Trump and like Charlie Kirk. You kind of have to, because what they represent. And if you believe Donald Trump represents truth and Charlie Kirk represents truth, that's just a fucking lie. It's just not true. One of them is evil. And I don't know Charlie Kirk like that. Maybe he's evil too. But I know for damn sure that Mr. Donald Trump is more evil. He has to be. Okay, that's it on that. That's it on that. What else did I write? Sheeple are saying he was a leftist. Oh my God, I saw some people who are commenting saying that Candace Owens is finally coming to the left. Get fucking real. Charlie Kirk was a leftist. Get fucking real. You haven't been paying attention and you're just repeating shit that you see online. Or you're getting on a bandwagon fan thing and you're only seeing certain clips of whatever that's perfectly curated just for you. Get fucking real. There's no way in hell Candace Owens or Charlie Kirk would have ever identified as, at least today. I know both of them used to, but today, no, she's not. She's just appealing to you because you want the truth. That's something we can all agree on, the left or the right. No one likes being lied to. We all can agree on that, right? Okay, and Candace Owens represents that part of us that needs to see the truth, regardless of whatever side you're on. That's why I fucks with Candace Owens. This is a triggering episode, I'm sure. I made a post on TikTok about the N-word. We're going back to racism. I don't know if we're going to go back to it. Do I really want to get into it? I halfway don't, because I'm really kind of exhausted from that Charlie Kirk rant. But yeah, I made a post on TikTok. The post said that everyone should be allowed to say the N-word. I made that post actually multiple times before, and that's something, if you know me, I say that, and I truly believe that everyone should be allowed to say the N-word. And that was probably, of the last week, the last 7 days, that was like my relatively blow-up post, my big post that week that got a lot a lot of people upset. I really do not care. But just for the sake of just filling in space and to explain myself, I guess, more thoroughly, the post said everyone should be able to say the N-word, or no one should be able to say it. Free speech is all encompassing. Okay, and I'm seeing now in retrospect that I shouldn't have mentioned anything about free speech, but at the same time, I said what I said, so it was worded the way it was for a reason. But of course, I'm meaning socially. I'm meaning, like, obviously people can say whatever they want, okay, and there are consequences to them. But I feel like the fact that a word is gatekept by a group of people is wrong. Rather it's legal or not, or it's a good word or a bad word, you don't own the fucking words, okay? Everyone should be able to say it or not. Now, as far as consequences for these words, okay, and that brings me to what is it about this word that triggers you so much to the point where you have to go and react when someone says it? Let's just say they're saying it in a hateful fucking way to you. Like, why are we giving all this power to a fucking word in the first place? The word got power because, I don't even fucking, I really don't even know the fucking full history of the N-word, but I know that it was a word used to dehumanize black people in America, slaves. And, we've used it as a term of endearment, or transcended the word, and now we all use it on each other, and it's sort of like a fake healing almost. It's like, okay, well, they called us that to insult us, and so we took the word back, and now we use it amongst ourselves, but you can't say it anymore, especially to insult us in any way. And it's like, no, that's not how words work. Okay, you actually have to take some personal responsibility for your feelings, for how you feel, what's ignited inside of you when someone calls you that word, and then regulate your fucking emotions, maybe. And it's crazy. Like, the internet is basically teaching us or trying to confuse us, trying to tell us that you can change the definitions of words. Like, words can mean whatever you want them to mean, and words can affect you physically, or not. They can affect you, like, in any fucking way, to the point where you get to react. Bro, that's how Charlie Kirk got assassinated, okay? Whether it was from Tyler or it was a fucking inside job, someone didn't like what he said, because I'm pretty sure the guy never threatened anyone with physical violence. He was just speaking words, and people put their own definitions and their own meanings on these words, and they project their feelings, and now they're upset what they said, and they go and kill. That's how people get killed. And I'm glad that I made that post this past week, and it was yes, targeting the melanated community, because it's about the N-word, obviously. Really the American community, let's just say that, But the bigger picture was, look at what's fucking going on in our world. If you're going to let this word affect you, then what's stopping you from becoming affected from another word? And if you're going to react to this word in this way, what's stopping you from reacting more harsh in another situation? They're just fucking words. Okay? And you attach that value to the word. People didn't like that. People aren't ready for that conversation. But I'm ready. I'm ready to have that conversation. Sure, I feel some type of way when anyone drops a hard R anyone, that's just nasty language to begin with. But if they want to speak nasty, then go ahead and let them speak nasty. Their words should not be affecting me. I think I'm almost ready to get off of here. I think being token in Sedona. Yeah, I talked about that. Stop asking to touch my hair. Please. Yeah, it's been an emotional week for me. We had a full moon this week, so maybe that has something to do with it. I really wanted to do an hour, and I know I got some space in here. I can go on a little tangent about. No, I really fucking don't. I'm gonna save these for next week, 'cause these are good tangents for next week. Yeah, I think I'm good. It's been an emotional week for me. I'm just fucking here observing the energy, absorbing the inner peace. Yeah. Thank you all for listening. Oh yeah, let me plug some content creatory shit. Is that really all I needed to talk about this week? Yeah, I think that's really all I needed to talk about this week. Hold up. I got big things coming down the pipeline. Let's see. Art-wise and photography-wise, on a lighter note, we're going to end it there. Art-wise and photography-wise, I'll be having my website up soon, so you all can purchase my beautiful artwork, my crochet, my paintings, my photography. I'm getting beautiful prints done from some of my beautiful photography. That's coming way down the line, but I'm looking forward to that. In addition to making my living space, my dream is to convert the van to have like partially a living space, partially a podcast / music studio, and then also partially like my shop, so that when I'm posted up somewhere or tailgating, going to a show or anything on the road, I can, have all my artwork, have all my stuff here for sale. So yeah, that's basically like a springtime goal. I'm in hibernation season right now, planning to open shop here in the van shop, van life podcast, big dreams, at least for me. They're big for me. I'm really excited about it. Okay. Follow me on Spotify. I got new listeners this last week on Spotify, but y'all didn't hit that follow button. You're already listening. Just follow right now. That way you can just get, notified. It helps me with my analytics. It's really nice. Help a content creator out. Follow me on Spotify. It's Chandie Speaks. CHANDIESPEAKS. Chandie Speaks. It's also Chandie Speaks on YouTube. I got a couple new subscribers on YouTube. Just a couple, but thanks for subscribing. Chandie Speaks. On Instagram, TikTok. I'm everywhere. Chandie Speaks. Thank you. This has been very therapeutic for me, and thank you all for listening. I know I ramble about a lot of bullshit on here, and they're just my opinions, and I'm not educated or have any fucking science to back it up, but these are just my experiences, and yeah, I'm really grateful.